Ian and Nadine.
That's a twister in Bicester.
That's exactly right.
Which is a song from the Bicester Twister Board.
Yeah, the papers were filled with horrific tales of the destructive force of nature. Well, did you see any of the individual stories?
No, let's see
Well, according to Norman Ashworth, quoted in the Mail, one lady told me the round table and 4 chairs in her garden were blown 10 feet across the garden. While in Whitney, filmgoers were evacuated after a hailstorm set off the alarms at the Cineworld complex. Surely the most dramatic came from Whitney resident Richard Glazer, who heroically drove straight through the storm. As we drove into it, the trees were blowing left to right, but as we got through it, they were blowing the other way. But is the Bicester Twister an isolated incident, do you imagine?
Yes.
I say no.
2 weeks ago, Rugby and Halstead were both victims of suspected tornadoes, but they don't rhyme, so nobody seemed very interested. Beryl Clark of Wentworth Road lived to tell the tale from Rugby, though. Next door's got a trampoline outside their dining room, and I don't know where it's come from. Argos, I'd imagine. Speaking of the weather, did anyone see the BBC's new weatherman?
Yes, Prince Charles.
Yeah, do you want to have a look at that?
Yeah.
This afternoon it'll be cold, wet and windy across most of Scotland. We're under the influence of low pressure.
The weather front pushing northwards is bringing cloud and outbreaks of rain. What a surprise.
It must have been tempting to tamper with the autocue, mustn't it? And saying, the Queen's going to be reigning for as long as possible.
I bet I know what happened, too. They was just on a day of just being silly and doing their thing, going around the city, and they were driving past the studio, and she said, "Oh, Charles, I want to do the weather. I always have." And he says, "Okay." And she says, "Can we do it? Can we do it?" And he says, "I'm the prince." I believe that's what happened.
This is the tornado which hit the town of Bicester in Oxfordshire this week. Areas hit include Prime Minister David Cameron's hometown of Whitney. Although when the skies went dark, locals just assumed Rupert Murdoch was popping round for another visit. The Daily Mail described the scenes of devastation wrought by the tornado. One lady's round table and 4 chairs were blown 10 feet across her garden. So if the international community are watching, please donate whatever you can.